What's up, guys? I'm back with another trade recap. It is June 10. It's actually 1 a.m. right now, but I took my trades during the first 20 minutes of the 9:30 New York Open. And I just wanted to make a quick trade recap for you guys because I actually ended up taking 3 trades today, all of which were wins. And as you can see by my P&L for today, it's actually a very good day today. So without further ado, let's have a quick trade recap for the 3 trades that I took during 9:30 New York Open. So let's start with the higher time frame. So my analysis for the higher time frame was that, price action is looking bearish. However, I was neutral on the day because number one, we still have this unfilled hourly gap, and number two, we are delivering from sell side liquidity, and from the sell side liquidity sweep, we did inverse this 1 hour bearish PD array. So I was thinking there is a chance that we continue going down, but there's also a chance that this hourly sweep could send us higher. So I was looking for a confirmation, and my condition was this 1 hour fair value gap right here. And this 1 hour actually led to our first trade of the day. So zooming into the 1 minute right here, let's look for 9:30 New York Open. So the 9:30 New York Open opened bullish, and then it immediately rejected this hourly gap. Remember, this hourly gap was still valid during the time right here. So as I seen this strong rejection from that hourly gap right here, I actually ended up taking a short at the 30-second mark right here. See? So I'll zoom it up for you guys. This was my first trade of the day. Put my stops above there around a 1-to-1. And yeah, that was my first trade for the day. I ended up a quick dub. And I went break even almost immediately, because I was looking I went break even here because this is the start of the 5-minute ITL. So once we swept this 5-minute ITL, I went break even, and then I just put my TP a little bit below that. And then that actually led us to our second trade of the day, because looking at the 5-minute, sorry guys, medyo magulo. Yung next trade natin is dito. So as you can see, we have this 5-minute ITL, and this is like my prime monk model setup right here. If you guys are new here, my monk model setup is basically just a variation of, popular trading strategy in the trading community, but I made it my own. And that's what I just call it. No, I'm not gonna go too deep on the confluences, but this was a monk model setup for me. We had this 5-minute ITL sweep, and then immediately we had this strong bullish reaction. And we really didn't get a proper 30-second inverse of this gap. However, I ended up taking it early around here because of my strong conviction on this play, and I took it all the way up here because we had equal highs. This is equal highs. Okay, so I was honestly looking for an inverse of this 30-second gap. However, I said to myself that if this candle doesn't inverse this gap, I would have taken it either way. Why? Because I knew that it would eventually inverse it, and we would have had a worse RR if we waited for it to close. So I just had strong conviction on this play. It's part of my experience, I guess. Pero I still took it, no? And yeah, I took it up to this equal highs. And the reason why this is discretionary, because there was no entry model specifically. However, I was very strong on this equal highs getting hit through this displacement. That was a very strong conviction on my part. So I held it, and we hit TP. And our final trade actually came right here immediately after we swept London High. So London High is right here. I'll show you guys where London High is at the hourly na lang siguro. So London High is 2 p.m. Hanapin natin 2 p.m. right there. That's London High. Boom. Right there. Go down to the 1 minute again. I'll mark it for you guys. London High. Here we get a London High sweep, and then instantly we get a bearish reaction. Honestly, you could have taken this 1 minute, I guess, but yeah, that could have possibly still been a 1-to-1 if you put your stops above here. But I personally just took this 30-second gap inverse right here, or a little bit below that, I guess, right around here, I would say. And then I just targeted this around here, and that's my third trade of the day. And I took 3 trades because I didn't actually copy trade my accounts this time. So some of these accounts I took two accounts, for example, I took on this trade right here with different sets of risk because they're in different types of like drawdown. So here, this one was $1,000 drawdown, and then here I took it with 2,000 because it's not like a consistency rule account. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't even know which ones I took on which trade, but important thing is like all of these trades hit 100% win rate for the day. And yeah, if you took any of these trades with those confluences and you actually had that analysis, then good job. No, the only trade that honestly I wouldn't like recommend people trying as a regular strategy would be this first trade right here, because it's basically like a Judas swing. However, Judas swings are very volatile, and if you targeted something lower, you probably would have gotten stopped out if you didn't go break even. So, but the rest of these trades are very strong trade ideas, and if you took them, good job for you, bro. So that's the trade recap for today. Hopefully you guys learned something. So just a quick announcement, I will be flying to Japan next week. So I will be pumping out Japan content for you guys. I'll put in a vlog, I'll put in a day in the life or a week in the life, and I'll put some psychology videos as well. Interested, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you get alerted. And yeah, if you have any questions or any sort of like idea you want to run by me, or you just want to talk to me about your trading journey, don't hesitate to follow me on my Instagram, on my TikTok, and shoot me a DM. I will reply. I'm that sort of guy, and I will try to help you. So yeah, connect with me, guys. See you next time.